The following program is rated MA-LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Finally, show with the balls to call it like it is. Rated R Safety Show on Safety FM.
Countdown to audio torture.
The Rated R Safety Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Let the eardrum pain begin.
Forget the corporate bullshit. This is the Rated R Safety Show with your host, it doesn't matter who the host is.
Well, hello, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Rated R Safety Show. Anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed the last few episodes. Yep. I know, it's a little lingo twist, a little change of pace, something a little bit different in regards of how we actually take a look at safety. But hey, this is my perspective of safety. Still waiting. I am still waiting for someone to take me up on my offer to host the show themselves. I want somebody else to host this thing. Yeah, I might be a little nutty in regards of actually doing this, but that's perfectly fine for the time being. I want to get safety out there in the versionality that people are asking for. The reason I do it is because you, the listener, asked for it. And this is what you wanted to hear. Now, I have to tell you, I'm in contact with some people that are in this space of safety and podcasting, and they have pulled me to the side and told me already that I need to tone it down. I need to make it, I guess, more the PG-13 safety show. Well, that's not what I was asked for. This is what you guys asked for. So I want to do what you guys are saying. And, you know, the podcasters, the safety experts that are out there, you know, everybody's going to have their own versionality of what they're going to do. And what am I looking on accomplishing with this? I don't know. I really don't know. I keep on looking at this and going, hey, this is what you asked for. This is what I want to give you. I don't want to just be the standard safety show that are out there. You can listen to whatever you want. We have different kind of shows out there, different things on our station, different things on our podcast. So you can take a listen to whatever you want. This is the Rated R Safety Show. This is what you wanted. This is what I want to give you. And let's get the rant started.
Now, it's your turn too, bitch. I mean, rant on the Rated R Safety Show.
I work for a company that they arrange transportation, and every time I tried to do anything related to drug and alcohol, I was always told not to do it. What was frustrating about the whole thing was I went to my manager and told him about the frustration parts that were taking place. And they told me that as long as we were compliant, we didn't really have to do anything. And what they meant was they only had to be 8% compliant related of drug and alcohol. I questioned a lot of things that they were doing, and I was told that I would be better leaving the organization if I continued to ask all the questions that I was asking. I did not understand the reason why, because I was a good worker. My manager told me that they were going to give me a month to find another job before things would change for me consistently. They were a bunch of assholes, and that is my rant.
Safety in a way never heard of before. The Rated R Safety Show on Safety FM. This show is almost as enjoyable as hearing the sound of the toilet flush. Rated R Safety Show on Safety FM.
I don't know. After that one, I almost feel like saying, thank you, Alvin and the Checkmonks, for the rant. Anyways, voice protection is needed for some. Hey, I entirely understand. I don't blame anyone who wants it. 2 out of the 3 so far have requested voice protection, so enjoy that as it may. Right now, we've only had one who actually came out full force. A lot of people have told me and contacted me, letting me know that they really like the news aspect, and I really didn't think that that was going to be something that was going to take off. But hey, we're going to start digging for news stories, and the more that we dig, the more that we find some pretty much big oddities out there. So let me kind of give you some information real quick. 2 Southwest airline jets collided on the tarmac at Nashville International Airport on Saturday. That's Saturday, the 22nd of July, just in case. And that was on Saturday night. Both of them were pushing back from their gates when the tail of one clunked the winglet of the other. The winglet is the title for the unturned nub on the end of the wing, just in case. No injuries were reported, but photos on social media are circulating and taken by the passengers that show a bit of damage. All passengers were rerouted onto other flights. So think about that. You're right there in the airport. All of a sudden, there's a delay on a flight. And why is that? Because car-plunk, one plane hit another. Now, we have people that are out there, and they're actually doing the signaling and saying, hey, look out, watch out, and, pointing and turning and moving and going, hey. How was there 2 guys or 2 ladies or 2 people out there in that notch? I don't know if not's the word. And how did that occur? Yeah, I know. Error is normal. That's going to happen. But how do they not see each other? How is there not a safeguard? And if it's nighttime, they use those glow stick wannabe looking things. How did someone not see that? I'm not passing judgment here. I'm just asking a question. So I'm sure by now you've heard how hot this freaking summer has been. A lot of people bitching about how hot it is. And I love when I'm walking down the street here in lovely Florida, when they turn around and go, how about this heat? It's like, really? I don't really need to know about the heat. I'm pretty already out here, and I can already tell that every part of my body is soaked because on how hot it is, and the humidity just adds to the factor. Well, let's talk about New York City and Boston. They set a record of minimum temperatures over the weekend. Official measurements in both cities showed that outside temps never dropped below 80 degrees, even overnight. And when I say minimum temperatures, I'm talking about the minimum of a record high. It was 99 degrees at JFK Airport and Atlantic City, New Jersey. Also record high temperatures. So if you are in the construction world, if you are in one of those jobs where you're working outside, are you taking care of your employees? Are you following the guidelines of putting them under something where there's 20 degrees difference from time to time? You're supposed to do that once an hour. Where you're having that cool down scenario. I'm just wondering, just trying to follow guidelines. So did you hear about over the weekend this little news story that took place in St. Louis? Did you hear this news story about this Jamie Brown that was born in St. Louis on July 11th at 7:11 p.m., weighing in 7 pounds, 11 ounces? Reps for 7-Eleven convenience store chain have stated that a college fund for the baby, starting with $7,111, have been provided to the family and with some child care goods. Now, I know that is not a safety-related story. By no means. By no means at all. But think about that. If stores start chewing this based on, close to name and proximity and all that fun stuff, do you think Five Below is going to jump into that? Do you think the nickel and dime store, if they're still around, is going to jump into it? I'll tell you, I was in Vegas and I went to this place called Heart Attacks where they weighed you outside if you wanted to do it, where you could eat for free after you hit X plateau weight-wise. Funny, huh? I'll give you this as the last news story, really not safety-related, but something that they're doing different in California. Go figure, something different in California. California has approved the measure that will allow restaurant patrons to bring their own reusable cups and plates to have their food served in. Restaurants will have to maintain strict protocols to avoid cross-contamination. The law will also permit concerts and festivals to reuse dishes and cups while serving patrons. What kind of a problem do you think we're going to run into there? I want you to think about scenarios, and I know a lot of places are getting rid of straws, and that's perfectly fine, environmentally friendly. Woohoo. But you have to take the freaking straw out of the glass when they're going to give you a refill of your Pepsi, your pop, your soda, your Dr. Pepper, whatever the hell you're drinking. What kind of an issue do you think we're going to run into going forward? Especially if you go to a buffet style place. What if you're going to one of these fancy restaurants? You're going to bring your plate in for reusable use. And what if all of a sudden there's a spot on the plate when you get there? It wasn't as clean as when you left your home. What's going to happen then? Are they going to wash it for you and bring it back out? And let's talk about cross-contamination. Are they not washing the shit in the first place? I mean, I thought they were. So now you bring your germs, you're a little bit paranoid. What's going to happen? I want to understand that. If somebody can actually give me a better understanding of that, I would really appreciate it, because I don't understand it right now. And it being the middle of the night and being locked up inside of a room does not help the factor. And yeah, I'm sure I could Google it, but hey, who wants to spend the time doing that? Anyways, for my environmentally friendly friends, what do you think about that one? Is that going to be something that you're going to want to do in your neighborhood? Keep in mind that California always is advanced. They're doing things years before anybody else in the country are doing things. But how's that going to work? How are you going to feel about going to restaurants and people bringing their own plates? Then are you going to be the outcast if you actually bring your own? I mean, I still have a small panic attack from time to time when I go somewhere and I ask for a bottle of water. Oh, yes, plastic container bottle of water, and I get the look. Oh, yeah, the look. You know what the look is? It's like, I just slapped you and asked for something. Hey, I'm trying to be environmentally friendly, but I also don't want to drink your crappy poisoned water when I actually come to one of those facilities. Some of the places that I go to do not have the best water in the world, and I'm not bitching about water here. I'm just saying from time to time, I drink bottled water, especially if I don't trust the environment. I remember I was out with a pretty well-known friend of mine, and I asked for bottled water, and he gave me this look like I was from a different planet because I asked for bottled water. I didn't ask for alcohol. I didn't ask for a Midori sour. I asked for bottled water. Anyways, that's me ranting, I guess, right now in regard to what's going on. Anyways, that's what's going on in this world of safety, environmental, bring your own plate, the different things that are going on. I'm not even going to go into the news stories where CBS and AT&T are at a standstill in negotiations because CBS wants more money, because nobody gives a crap about that. That's not safety related. But man, I'm sure CBS is not pulling down enough funds, and I'm sure AT&T doesn't have enough money to pay CBS. Anyways, you know who I am. I know who you are. You're listening to the Rated R Safety Show. And until next time, we're going to be back. Hopefully we'll have another host by then. Enjoy it. Oh, yeah, and one more thing. If you want to rant, come to the Rated R Safety Show website, ratedarsafetyshow.com or theratedarsafetyshow.com. Either one will get you there. Put down you want to rant. We'll get you on here. We want you to rant. Anyways, see you next time.
Safety never sounded so terrible. Rated R Safety Show.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and its guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the company. Examples of analysis discussed within this podcast are only examples. They should not be utilized in the real world as the only solution available, as they are based only on very limited and dated open source information. Assumptions made within this analysis are not reflective of the position of the company. No part of this podcast may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, mechanical, electronic, recording, or otherwise, without prior written permission of the creator of the podcast, Jay Allen.